So let's have a look to see what we get in typical industrial estate. Mattresses. Very quiet around here. Very quiet. There's probably some people working in some places, containers and stuff. There's probably some people working in some places somewhere. A little bit of rubbish along here. This is probably one of the cleaner industrial estates. Oh, it's not the best. Air conditioning units. These have all got great big shutters all along them. Let's have a look down here. Nice fence. This one's got all block paving all around it. I wonder if we'll find any tramps. Oh, got a really strong smell of soap then. I wonder if we'll find... oh, there's an egg. Little birdies hatched out of an egg. I wonder if we're going to find any tramps or anything else lurking around here. You never know what you find sometimes in these industrial estates. Cigarette packets. This is like a really nice car park. I think I can hear a car coming, so there's got to be someone around. Maybe I can't. Or roundabout, look. This is probably one of the cleaner. There's cars in that car park, so there must be some people working over there. But this is one of the cleaner industrial estates that you'll find around here. I think it's probably fair to say that England doesn't exactly have the best reputation when it comes to being clean, especially in industrial estates. I mean, there's one I could take you to and we could have a walk around. Might do a video on that one even, where it's a complete, well, it's just like Beirut, do you know what I mean? There's stuff everywhere, dumped lorries and cars and parts and toilets all over the road and path. This one's quite clean. It's got, some of the companies have got barriers and stuff. They've all got block paved car parks, apart from these ones. When you start to go over to this side of things, things become not worse, but they've got these gravel car parks or tarmac car parks, whereas on the other side they're all block paved like this one. Bit of a woods here, look. Where does this go? This is pretty cool. Oh, That's it. You always see the toilet paper everywhere. Look, wet wipes. Oh. Why do you always see that little collection of sticks and twigs there? Looks like we've probably got some moles or foxes or something. Oh, this is pretty cool, look. This little woods goes all the way down there. Got to explore this. You lot probably know I love exploring little woods and trails and stuff. I didn't intend to come for a trail. I was going to have a look around that industrial estate, but what we got here? A pair of boxers. Of course we have an old pair of boxers. There's always a pair of boxers, isn't there? There's either a hoodie. There's either a hoodie or a pair of boxers. That's it. You might find the odd occasional pair of leggings where some woman's lost her leggings somehow. But it's always hoodies or boxers. Anyway, what's this? Oh, it's just another. Oh, look, there's even a pile of shit there. What's that all about? Foreigners, that's what it is. Foreign lorry drivers. This goes all the way down here. Birdhouses on the trees, look. Another little pile of twigs. Well, those aren't twigs, those are more getting onto the realms of small logs, I suppose, those ones. This is the backside of a lot of those companies. That's a cool little spiky bush. This is the backside of a lot of those little companies there. And all that kind of stuff. I did notice that one of them had a table and chairs there, so they obviously come out the back, have their lunch, don't they? And this one just, oh right, okay. And now we can get straight into the backside of the industrial estate where we just walked. We just walked along there. That's pretty cool. It's like a random little piece of woods in the middle of an industrial estate. Alright, well I'm going to go back the way we came because I want to explore the other side of it. I want to go left. We looked around, we didn't look around all the right bit. To be honest, it's quite a big industrial estate, this one. So, well, as far as industrial estates go, it's probably medium sized, I would say. There's some massive ones out there, different parts of the country. And then there's a lot of learners around here. This industrial estate is favoured by learners. They love it. Well, maybe the learners don't, but the instructors do. There's that table and chairs I said about. They obviously come out here to have their lunch. Oh, there's another one. There's a learner switching round. And there we go. Back through the hole. It is quite nice around here. It's quite nice. Got some chairs out the side, out the front of it. They obviously sit there at their break. Probably cigarette break or something outside. Nice little bushes. It's fairly well kept around here, really. Don't know. I'm assuming they must have a team. They must contract a team in to maintain the whole estate, I would assume. Grass is fairly well kept. Some industrial estates, not all of them, but some of them, for example, this bit of grass here would belong to that company, and it's down to them to maintain it, cut it, keep the trees, plant all the little trees and that, but not all of them. Oh, there's an electric car charging there. Who'd leave their car charging at work? That person must be in work. Bloody hell. People are mad, aren't they? Going to work on a Sunday. Who does that? That's crazy. Got better things to do with your life, surely, no? Unless you have a day off in the week, I suppose. So this road here is favoured by learners, and they go up there and they turn around and do all this stuff. Because it's, I suppose because it's quiet. It's a nice bit. Nice big car park in there. That's been there for donkey's years. It's got wood under it. There was a point where it had all flat tyres. Oh, it's got smashed window now. Smashed window. Chimney coming out the roof. Oh look, we can get some food. Let's have some food. Snacks, bacon, mushrooms, cheese. £4 for some cheese. And there was a point when it had all flat tyres and they must have put new tyres on it. But it's been there for donkey's years. Post boxes, you can post some stuff if you want to post some stuff. Little path to walk around here, there's some stuff in there. Might have a go and have a look in there in a little while. See how much time we've got. Have a little walk around here, look, nice little path. Ah, this is quite nice. There's a little bit of rubbish in the bushes, not a lot. I think the general vibe around this particular place is kept on top of by whoever the maintenance team is to come around and do all the groundskeeping, if there is one. I'm assuming there is. But also the workers as well, the people who work in these companies, they seem to, well, they appear to look after it a little bit, because there's not a lot of rubbish everywhere. There is rubbish, like them 2 squash bottles on the grass there, but there's not heaps and heaps of it everywhere. Another learner over there doing a little bit of learning, trying to learn how to park. We'll just walk past and film them to make them slightly nervous. Very nice, well kept lawns. Let's go around follow this path, see where this path goes. All the hedges are kept nice, trimmed fairly well. That grass is looking great. Look at that grass. That's looking fantastic. Someone's been up and down it with a little push mower. That's the good thing about this particular industrial estate, as I've said before. It is well kept and looked after. Paths everywhere. Now, where's this go? This goes round here, look. A few cars. Oh, that one's had a bit of a crash. Let's go and have a look at that. Someone's had a crash and decided to just dump their car here. That might be a good one. Airbag's gone off. Oh yeah, airbag went off. Well, that can't be good, can it? That can't be good at all. Abandoned untaxed vehicle, 28-day notice to remove. The 4th of the 6th. So this was abandoned, well, this was noted on the 4th of the 6th according to that letter. And we're now in August, which is the 8th. So that will be taken away soon. It's funny, isn't it? Who would crash a car and then just abandon it? You'd crash it, take it home and repair it, wouldn't you? Now you can go down there, there's they sell cars down there. Brand new cars, it's like a car dealer, new car dealer down there. But we're not going to go that way. We're going to follow this path around here because this goes to the top end of it. Foster's? Who drinks Foster's? Nice, well kept piece of grass. That's the first discarded vape thing that I've seen. A lot of moss in this grass. Thought we were doing quite well without seeing a vape, but we've just seen one, so let's see what's up here. Another wet wipe. Slightly cleaner, but slightly brown, so we're going to leave that one. Well, we'll leave them all, but you know what I mean. Stay clear of it is what I mean. Let's have a look up here. See what we've got. Right. Coming up to the end of the road. got a dead end, loads of burnouts, donuts and things happen at the end of this road. More nicely kept grass, not too much rubbish. Cycle path that goes all the way down there and all the way down here. We're gonna go, let's have a look down here. A little bit of resurfacing happened here, look. Sometimes you'll see there'd be a load of tramps and whatever else in these alleyways, but it doesn't appear to be any in here today. The lights have seen better days. Decoration's nice. Comes out here. We're not in the industrial estate anymore. Goes under there, you end up in a housing estate probably. Let's go up this path. Now we're on a main road. Let's see where this leads. Random steps, stairs. Got an overhanging bramble there. Random recycling bag. Little path. Little path goes down here. Look. Oh, we've got some tissues there. That can't be good. That path goes down there. It's just full of tissues and wet wipes. So I think we'll leave that alone. Don't really fancy having to clean my shoes. Now where are we now? Ah, we're on another main road. And that main road leads us back down these stairs. Which is that path that we just came from. There we go. Top to bottom of this industrial estate. Now, I do actually know this industrial estate because when I was younger I used to come here. There used to be street racing. All this used to be known as the strip up and down here. It looks like, judging by the marks, well, I've got older and moved on, but there's still the younger generation of people still coming here and doing it by the looks of things. Probably not on the scale that we did back then, early 2000s. We still had, you know, escorts and all that kind of stuff was still flying around, and they weren't really that. It was all Corsas, Novas, Saxos, all them kind of cars, you know. Nowadays, I mean, with them you can do whatever you wanted because there wasn't really many restrictions. You could wheel spin, you could do all this kind of stuff. The modern cars, traction controls and all that, you probably turn them off and that, but many people want to do that kind of thing. Well, you never know. It's all grown out a bit. But yeah, there's that learner again. But yeah, that was... I haven't been back here properly. I mean, pass through it now and again. Go to a car park over there to run a little RC car, but I've not explored every corner of it. We used to play hide and seek, believe it or not. We'd play it in the cars and we'd play it outside the cars. So if we're playing it in the cars, you start in the central point, which would usually be this strip. We would get the cobwebs off the camera like that, and then we'd go. Right, the person that's seeking obviously stays here, but all the other ones, all in our cars, we zip off and we find a nice place to park. But you have to stay in the car. It was great fun. because I had a little Citroen Saxo, I parked in all these little nooks and crannies, by hedges, bushes, down the back, everywhere, you know, behind bins, down the side of trailers and stuff. But it was even more difficult and more fun, arguably, playing it on foot, because, well, it is what it is. It just says on the tin, you know, on foot. And I used to climb up those trees, you know, hide in the bushes, just on top of signs. It was a lot more difficult on foot than it was in the cars, but it was great fun, and that's how I spent my teenage years. I didn't go out drinking and doing all that. We'd be out in places like this in our cars, playing games like blimmin' hide and seek. It's great fun. But I haven't been here for donkey's years now, ever since then, and explored the whole lot, so it was quite nice to have a walk around and see what's changed and how much it's changed. It's very, very peaceful on a Sunday, but I would imagine on a weekday it ain't so peaceful. But yeah, there we go. What a lovely place. And this is in Basildon, man. People say Basildon's not a good place, but I don't think it's too bad. There's a lot of foreigners coming here. It's getting pretty packed now, but it's not a bad place, I don't think. It's pretty cool. Well, I'm quite glad to be back in my car. Put the air conditioning on because it's roasting out there, absolutely boiling. And I've probably been walking around, I don't know how much of it I really filmed, how long I filmed and what I'm going to put in, but I was walking around for a good hour having a look at things. And as I say, it was really nice to be able to see how much has changed and what's different. To be fair, not a lot's changed. It's more or less the same now as it was 17, 18 years ago, because that's how long it's been since I've probably looked around, about 18 years, roughly. It's maybe, I don't know, between 15 and 18 years anyway. So, yeah, very interesting. If you like looking around, a typical, would you call it typical? Put in the comments, would you call what you saw of this industrial estate a typical industrial estate? If you live somewhere in the country and you've got one that's better or different, because the thing is with industrial estates, you get posh ones, really posh ones, where everything's controlled and everything, you know, there's cameras everywhere, all the grasses are meticulously mowed because they pay a fortune for a maintenance team to come and mow the grass every day, cut all the things. They're really posh. But the units cost an absolute fortune, and you normally find massive companies in them ones, not little companies. In this industrial estate, there are some large companies in here, but it's mainly the medium-sized to small companies that are in here, I think, because I don't know what the rates are to rent a unit here. I have no idea, but that's just a vibe I get. Equally to that, if you recognise this industrial estate and you do work here, or maybe you're an owner of one of these businesses, you don't have to share things publicly, but it would be nice to know, you know, is there a grounds team that come around, you know, or do you have to maintain your own piece of grass and all that kind of stuff, you know. It would be nice to know those, because it's nice to speculate, but facts are pretty cool. I'll see you lot on the next one, and I quite enjoy walking around industrial estates. You lot know that I like trails and woods and things like that, but I do like an industrial estate. I don't know why, I've got a bit of a soft spot for industrial estates. Funny really. So I think I might make a thing about this and go and investigate as many industrial estates as I can, and then compare them all. Nice bit of fun. Anyway, not everyone's cup of tea, but everybody's different. I'll catch you lot on the next one. Take care, all the best.